Hello, you join me as I'm moving house from Osaka to Tokyo today, or moving Airbnb, and I'm going to be riding the bullet train, the Shinkansen, just here at the metro station. I've got to get to the Shinkansen station. That guy really likes melon pan, and I'm just getting my ticket from the machine here, 290 yen, to get from Daikokucho in Osaka to the Shin-Osaka bullet train station, Shinkansen station. I'll call it Shinkansen just because that's what it is in Japanese. But here is the metro, and I've just missed the train here on the Mount Fuji line. But that's okay, and I actually got to see this couple who are doing pair look, or peiruku, where a couple will wear exactly the same thing. Always funny to see. I actually went to a pair look party once, it was kind of fun. But here we go, here on the Osaka Metro. Daikokucho's been great, and the Mount Fuji line has done me well as well. But we get on here, and there are some salarymen and some tourists. And yeah, this is my stuff. You might have seen my old video where I talked about the one bag lifestyle. Well, I'm doing two bags today. Got a big IKEA bag as well as my big rucksack on my back, because I accumulated quite a lot of stuff here in Osaka, so I might as well take it with me to Tokyo rather than chuck it all away. Just things for the house and for cooking. I'm just leaving the metro station here. Sign on the left there pointing me towards the Shinkansen station. So here we go. It's not too far of a walk, and Japan's just amazing for trains. Everything's really joined up. It does take you a bit, if you're not used to it, to kind of get into it and understand it and get into the rhythm. But once you do that, it's just so convenient. It's not like the UK where you need cars or buses really to get around. Here we are at the Shinkansen station now, Shin-Osaka. And yeah, the branding's a bit different. A lot of black and white branding, and everything's in kind of big letters. And I've just headed over to the machine here to get my ticket. There are that many services running that you really don't need to book in advance. You can just turn up and figure it out there. Here, it's telling me to buy a special seat or a special ticket for oversized baggage, and I kind of thought I did have oversized baggage with my IKEA bag. It turns out it was fine, and I just put it on the overhead rack, so I didn't need to do that. But whatever. So I'm just picking my seat there, and yes, a one-way ticket to Tokyo, please. 500 kilometers it is from Osaka to Tokyo, and that's going to cost me 14,520 yen, which is just under £75 in UK money, which is great, to be honest. So I'm just paying by card, and then it's going to spit out 3 pieces of card. Only one of them is the ticket. 2 of them are kind of receipt type things. So I'm just heading to the ticket gates now. As you can see, one of them is open there. Pretty cool. And I'm just figuring out exactly which ticket to put into the machine. And luckily I do pick the right one, and it goes in and lets me through first time. So pick it up on the other end and then up to the platform, and I didn't have too long to wait. The Shinkansen arrived pretty much straight away. I'm on the Nozomi 220 service, and my seat is in car 4. All pretty easy to figure out. All the information is on your ticket. And the Shinkansen, the train, is not full yet at this point. It will get more full as we stop at some other stations on the way to Tokyo. But I just need to find my seat here. Sumimasen, Gaijin coming through. I'm right down the other end. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of leg room. It's a really comfortable experience. It's much nicer than just riding a standard train. And yeah, as you can see, my big IKEA bag did just fit on the overhead luggage rack, which was fine. And then yeah, so I've got 3 pieces of card, but it's just the middle one we're bothered about. And this is the type of train I'm on, the N700 on this service, on the Tokaido line. Yeah, got all the information on there. You've got a tray that folds down as well. This guy was funny. He kept getting up and being on the phone during the trip, which is not something you really meant to do on trains. And one of the members of staff started telling him off for not being in his seat. Anyway, yeah, and then we get moving. Here we go. Goodbye to Osaka. It's been a lovely 3 months. I've really enjoyed it. I kind of see it as my second home. But yeah, this Tōkaidō Shinkansen line is the main Shinkansen line in Japan. Tokaido literally means East Sea Road. And apparently that's a reference to one of the old roads during Japan's Edo period, back in the day, that connected Edo, which is Tokyo, to Kyoto. So it's kind of cool how they used that old traditional name. But this Shinkansen line opened in 1964, and that made it the world's first high-speed rail line. And it can, well, this N700 can get up to speeds of about 300 kilometers an hour, and it can also tilt, which allows it to maintain those high speeds. So it's going to take about 2.5 hours in total to cover about 500 kilometers. But yeah, it's such a nice experience. Something about, it's just the speed of it and how nice it is. I don't know, it's hard to describe. I'd recommend everyone try it once if you can. And if you're trying to get between big cities, you'll probably want to use it. It's, as you've seen, relatively cheap. And yeah, just being sat there, it's relaxing. For some reason, the speed of it, and I guess the really nice seats, it's all relaxing. And it's not long before we approach Kyoto, as you can see here on my map app. But then, as you can see, we've still got quite a ways to go, all the way over to Tokyo, which is just down here. And yeah, look at that. What a great scenic skyline in Kyoto. It does feel very different to somewhere like Osaka. It's a bit more spacious, and of course all the buildings are a lot more traditional. Bit of a shame I haven't been able to stop in Kyoto myself on this trip, but lots more people got on here, and then we're back on the road and everyone's tucking into their onigiri, their lunches. A lot of people buy stuff to eat from the station and then eat it here on the Shinkansen. And then, I don't know if you recognise that view in the distance. It is obscured by clouds, but that's Mount Fuji. That must have been in Shizuoka and Kanagawa-ken, that area. And as you can see, you end up passing through loads of countryside, which is really nice and relaxing too. But before long, we're here in Tokyo. And so that kind of concludes my trip on the bullet train here today. And everyone's heading back to their seats, picking up their luggage, ready to get off. And yeah, just a shot of a tall building to prove I'm in Tokyo. But this is not where the story ended for me today. I'm going to do another video, so please do look out for that. Because as I said, I was moving to another Airbnb, but it didn't go as planned. And I had to kind of figure some stuff out and basically go to another Airbnb because the condition was so bad. But I'll detail all that in my next video, so stay tuned.